told me not to do the video, but I ignored him. I'm going to do it anyway. So this video is going to be just a little bit different. A little bit of a warning here. I know there are some real estate agents who watch our videos. You know who you are. This doesn't mean that those of you who normally watch our videos shouldn't just keep watching. But I wanted to let you know that this video is going to be directed to those real estate agents who watch our videos and who are looking for a better way to sell real estate. So let's go ahead and get started right now.
Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here?
If this is your first time to our channel, hey, my name is Lesley Gleason along with my husband Stephen. We want you to know that we love getting phone calls and emails and texts from folks all over the country and around the world who want to learn more about life in the Shenandoah Valley. So if you're looking to move here or want to sell your home here in the valley, and even if that's in the next 9 or 90 days, we encourage you to hit that subscribe button and touch that bell icon so you're not going to miss any episodes of Virginia Mountain to Valley Living. Now, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the Wizard of Oz. So remember that scene in the Wizard of Oz where Toto pulled back the curtain to reveal the wizard behind the curtain, and everybody was like, oh my goodness. Well, in today's video, I'm directing it toward my fellow real estate agents. I want you to stay with me here because today we're going to take a little trip down that yellow brick road together. And we're going to take a peek behind the curtain because I want to share with you a couple of the things that changed my life and the way that I do things as a realtor. So there was a purpose about that whole Wizard of Oz thing. So take a look behind the curtain with me. And why am I doing YouTube? Why are we doing the things that we are doing? So do you want to work with buyers and sellers who really do want to work with you? I mean, they are the ones who have picked up the phone and called you directly because of a video that they've seen that you did. Let me ask you this. Are you tired of paying leads, most of which are dead ends? And are you tired of paying thousands of dollars and maybe even 25, 35% or more even in some cases for the leads that you're paying for and getting? Are you worn out by cold calling, sending out postcards, door knocking, and all the other ways that we've been trained over the years to generate leads? And it just seems to suck the life right out of you. Well, additionally, does it hurt to give away 20, 30, 50% of your commission to your brokerage? So do you want to keep more of your fantastic buyers and sellers? And are you wanting to do some changes? Okay. And are you wanting to be paid for your expertise in the field? Well, after almost 2 decades in the business, I did too. This year is year number 19 for me to have been a managing broker. And that's what this video is a little bit about. I want to share with you a couple of things that changed how I do real estate now. It has allowed me to help some fantastic people, all while keeping more of my commission and helping the wonderful clients who have so graciously, called me up. So here's the thing. I'm not going to try to sell you anything in this video. I'm not going to ask you to come to my brokerage, buy anything from me. I'm not here to try to sell you anything. Let me ask you another question, okay? How broad is your reach to clients? Are you just a citywide or maybe a countywide agent, or maybe you have and you work in multiple counties? Well, that's a great thing, but what if I told you that I'm working with 3 clients right now from Europe, and I'm working with clients all over the United States, as well as those who are looking to sell their house here locally? Do you have a worldwide influence? So the first thing that changed how I do real estate was, and it has allowed me to do some amazing things, is to start this YouTube channel. Stephanie and I made the decision a little over a year ago to start this channel. And before we embark on this journey, Stephanie and I knew very little about real estate. And we didn't realize that you could use it as a lead generating tool. But we have found that YouTube gives us different ways to create long form videos to reach that worldwide audience that I was talking about. So whether you are a new agent or you're a seasoned agent and you've been doing this for a lot of years, this YouTube, the platform of YouTube is a tool to help you as well. So in sharing with you today, let's start with some of the thought processes that we use to go from the ideas that we come up with to a published video, and how we went from 0 subscribers to our channel to over 1,000 subscribers to our channel, all while living in rural Virginia. And we did this in less than a year, which is pretty crazy now that I think about it. If you know me, for example, or if you've listened to some of my videos, you know that I grew up in a little farm in rural Illinois. On the farm, we had, cows and pigs and horses and all that. But we also had a lot of 5-gallon buckets that we had to use. And some of the buckets were used for things like carrying feed. My job was to carry water and sometimes tools to my dad. So for the sake of this video, I want you to pretend that you're working on the farm with me and I gave you 3 buckets, okay? So the label on the first bucket that we're going to talk about is going to be content. I would like to say that Stefan and I have detailed plans and content ideas for the next 6 months, but I'd be lying. But inside that content bucket is where you're going to discuss some of the inner workings of real estate. This is going to be where you talk about things like home tours, terms that we use in real estate, and this is where you're going to go over that real estate contract and what it looks like and how we use it as a roadmap to all the things that we do. This is where you might talk about seller concessions. I did a video on that recently. You might talk about, is there a difference between using a title company or closing your home with an attorney? This is where you get to put all that real estate knowledge from year 1 or year 20. You're going to put this on display. This is the bucket that sets you aside as a real estate expert. Think about the questions that you sometimes get asked by the general public. Many consumers, and especially those first-time home buyers, are not familiar with home buying or home selling. Even if they're a home seller, it may have been a while since they last sold a house. So you're going to be their guide and you're going to walk them through all the steps. Home buyers have different questions than home sellers, and it's our responsibility, it's your responsibility as a real estate agent to educate both of those consumers. So in this bucket, you get to show off to the public what sets you apart from the competition and what makes you the local expert. So let me ask you this also. Do you use a buyer or a seller guide in order to help your buyers and sellers get them through the process? Inside that guide, do you talk about all the things that you're going to be doing with them? If you don't have one and you would like a copy of what I use with my buyers and sellers, let me know. I'm willing to share with you what I've put together, okay? So let's move on to the next bucket. And bucket number 2 that we're going to use, it's going to have a label called location, all right? So these videos are going to set you apart as someone who knows about the area that you sell real estate in. So whether it's in the city, the county, wherever you sell real estate in. For example, in our videos, we talk about the Shenandoah Valley of Virginia, which is where we live. You'll see us on location at small businesses. For example, the video that we published recently that was entitled Family Fun Places to Visit in Harrisonburg. We had so much fun going downtown to the children's place, going X throwing, and going to the Ruby's Arcade and playing games there. So take a look at that video if you want more information about that. So we have featured some local businesses as well as restaurants, and I encourage you to also take a look at the series that we did last summer on Stanton. We featured some of we did like 3 videos or 2 videos on the downtown businesses. And then we did some videos on the restaurants. So I did the businesses, Stefan did the restaurants on Beverly Street. And we had so much fun talking to the shop owners along those streets and just being able to take video of their shops. So for these type of videos, I want you to think about what if your best friend, for example, was thinking about moving here, and what would you want to show them? Where would you take them for, like, say, ice cream? Smiley's ice cream is the best. Or where would you take them for dinner? Where's your favorite boutiques? Is it in downtown Stanton, downtown Waynesboro? What is it? Is your friend an outdoorsy person, and do they want to go hiking or biking? Where would you take them? Would you take them on the Appalachian Trail? Would you take them along the Blue Ridge Parkway? What trails and hikes would you do? What about all of the craft and art and music festivals that are coming up? Your area may have all kinds of different things and plays and things like that. What would you want to take your friend to? You've seen us along the South River, also in Waynesboro. Stefan did a couple of videos. We've done a few videos there along the South River in Waynesboro. It's an amazing place to take someone who loves to go fishing. We haven't even scratched the surface, really, of all the things that our clients can do here in the Shenandoah Valley. So think of yourself as a tour guide to your hometown, and this is the bucket that you would drop all of those creation ideas into. So this is also the bucket where we make videos that compare neighborhoods. And this is where we discuss the pros and the cons of the towns that we feature in the valley. Those get some great comments on them. People chime in, so it's a lot of fun to do those. This is where we're going to tell you also about schools and crime rankings and medical facilities, population, politics. Ooh, yes, all of that. Stefan also recently published a video about politics here in the Shenandoah Valley. That's a great video to watch. So just all that information and all those stats that you may or may not want to know about certain locations. But if you're a content creator, I encourage you to do interviews and to talk to the locals all about their businesses and to feature them. We recently did a video with one of our local title companies, for example, where we talked about closings and what those look like. And, sometimes our buyers and sellers are really nervous about all the paperwork that they're going to have in front of them. What does it look like? What are all the numbers on those closing documents, and what do they mean? This is the bucket where you're going to put that. We recently featured a festival called Dayton Days. It's a huge festival here in the area. And we took you along for the journey. And this is where we were able to interview a few of the vendors that were there at Dayton Days. It was so much fun. And the vendors really appreciated getting to show off their creations. So, as we say in the real estate world, it's all about location, location, location. All right, so let's move on to that third bucket. And that third bucket is going to have a label on it, and it's going to be you. Who's the best expert about you other than you? Okay, so this is going to be one of the easiest categories to talk about because you are the expert on you, right? This is where you get to talk about and show off all the things that you enjoy doing. This is where your audience gets to see you on a less professional stage. Here's where you get to discuss, like, maybe some of your hobbies. For example, Stefan's favorite hobby is... Woo! I think we all know by now, if you watch this, it's golf.
Oh, you don't say.
So he recently did publish a video titled The 6 Best Golf Courses in the Shenandoah Valley. And he went into great detail, because it's Stefan, about each of those courses and what they offered and some of the course stats and some of the history of those courses, which I found incredibly amazing. So he also talked about the course layout and what it costs to play the course. So if you want more golf information, we think you should hit this thumbnail and go there, or you can always give us a call and if you want more information. So these videos are going to be some of your most natural videos. They're going to show off the authentic side of you while possibly featuring a local business at the same time. So for me, let's see. I love to cook. I love to travel. I love to talk about our kids and our grandson. So let's take one of those topics. Okay, let's focus on cooking. And strawberry season's coming up here soon. And we love so much where we live because we are surrounded by so many farmers markets and Mennonite farms. So there is a local Mennonite farm up the road here that has pick your own strawberries. So I could take you along and we could, do a little interview, show you around the strawberry farm, and we could pick our own berries, take them home, and I could make a strawberry pie. I could offer to share my strawberry pie recipe with you. So that's just one of the things that hobbies that I do and that I could feature on. That sounds like a pretty good video that I should do when strawberry season rolls around. What do you think? So Stefan and I also love to travel, and we love to take you along on our mini adventures. We used to have a little video series called Adventures with Stefan and Lesley. It was a lot of fun. But here's where you're going to find a mixture of real estate content and some of our personal journeys and our trips. So last summer, for example, we took the trip of a lifetime. We had never cruised before, and we decided, why not go to the Mediterranean? If we're going to cruise, why not cruise the Mediterranean? And we loved seeing all the countries like Italy and Greece. And we were able to take you along with us on some of those adventures. And some of the tour guides, I love talking to them about the real estate, for example, there in Greece. It was so much fun to see the price differences and what they offer. So stay tuned. We may take you on some more adventures here in the future. And so if you have a hobby that you would like to feature your favorite places to go. Where's your favorite place to go hiking or biking, or what's your favorite local restaurant that you love to eat at? Tell us why it's your favorite, and maybe talk to the owner there. There's an endless list of ways you can share what you love and why you love it and why you love where you live. So if you're not here in the Shenandoah Valley and you're a real estate agent somewhere else in the country, feature all the things that are going on in your locality and be that local expert. But the U bucket, it should be the easiest content you create. But the thing that I caution you is don't overuse it. Don't create all your videos about you, because you got to have a balance, okay? Balance your content is incredibly important, and I hope you can see how the buckets work together to help strangers not only get to know you and like you and trust you, but these types of videos are also about the local real estate and making you the local real estate authority. But word of caution there. Also, if you concentrate only on that you bucket, they get to see your personality, and then they only watch your videos and you get into the friend zone. And then they don't convert over as a client. So likewise, if your video's only focused on the real estate part of the buckets, you become a local expert, but nobody wants to watch somebody who never shows their personality. So it's all about balance. Balancing your videos is so incredibly important. It is what gets people to reach out to you. They not only relate to you on a human level, but they'll also relate to you on a real estate level, and because you've become the authority to them. And they invite you to come alongside them to help them sell their real estate, their property, their home, or help them purchase all of that. So converting your audience to become your client is the key to why we do these videos. Some of you may ask, is there really a science behind our video content? Well, there's a yes and there's a no. Honestly, as long as your content falls into one of those three buckets, you're going to be on your way to creating some amazing video content, okay? So let me ask you, which bucket do you think you would start with, and which one would be the easiest one for you to create a 5 to 7 minute video on? Would it be the content, the location, or how about you? I'm really interested in it, so please do drop me a comment And if you make a video, I would love it if you tagged me in your video. Just ask me for my tags on social media pages. I would love it if you tagged me in your post. So at the end of our videos, I like to just kind of throw in something extra. You know, Stefan always says.
And if you hang around to the end of this video,
Well, I like to share with you just one little bitty extra something. And that is, how did we convert our clients faster? How do we get them to go from, just someone who's watching our videos to becoming a client? And that's where engagement comes into play.
I'm engaged.
No, I'm not talking about engagement, but what about the more engaged your audience is, the faster and the better your conversion rate? So some of the best ways to engage your audience, for example, is telling a story, asking a question, conducting a poll on your YouTube channel. Offer a controversial opinion. I mean, Stefan did that political video and it's controversial and we've gotten some interesting comments on them. But always remember to engage with the audience you're trying to attract. And also keep in mind that you're trying to attract them to have conversations with you. So don't make them angry, don't make them confused, and don't scare them. Okay, so remember those three things in all of your engagement. Try to keep it balanced. It's always about that balance. Real estate's all about developing the relationships with your clients, and relationships, bear in mind, always have two sides. So don't make that conversation all about you. Ask those engaging, open-ended questions that's going to get a response from your audience. Remember, the whole reason you are doing video is to establish yourself as an approachable authority on real estate. So the second part of the process that changed me as a real estate agent, I told you at the beginning that I wasn't going to sell you something, but I did want to also just tell you a little story. The thing that has changed how I do real estate over the years, and it's not been until recently, I was tired. I was just really tired of giving back 20% of my commission to the company. And for some of you, that may seem pretty good. But for me, I wanted to do better, okay? And I thought to myself, why am I the one that's doing all the work? Why am I giving so much away? Well, let me just say this. In the past, I've brokered my own company. I started off in real estate with a managing broker's license, and I've been able to retain that managing broker's license for 19 years. But I decided that I was tired of owning my own company and all the costs that was involved with that. But today, I do work for an amazing company. And the reason I work for LPT Realty and with LPT Realty and decided to move companies is because of the cutting edge tools and the systems that allow me to do more for my clients than I could have ever done when I brokered my own company. It's amazing. All the while I'm doing this, agents and brokers, I'm able to retain more of the commission. And like I said, YouTube channel that we are doing, I'm not trying to convince you that your brokerage isn't the best thing for you. I'm just merely telling you, and I'm merely sharing this because it's one of the things that's changed how I do real estate. So whether you're a solo agent, a managing broker, or the owner of a real estate company, I'd love to tell you more about how you can receive the amazing tools for your agents and your team and your company. I'd love to talk to you more about it if you want to have a discussion. This is what can help you propel your real estate career and your brokerage to the next level. So again, please let me know if you have any questions about video content, YouTube, how to create a YouTube video, about the brokerage that I belong to, about LPT. Please don't hesitate to just reach out to me. All of my contact information is down below in the description under this video. Please don't hesitate to reach out and call me, text me, email me. I have honestly had agents around the country give me a call. They're shocked when I do pick up the phone, and they are picking my brain on why we do YouTube. Would they want to know if it works and how long did it take to work, all the things. So if you're interested, and if you are more interested in all of the things that we do with YouTube or with our company, I will be happy to answer all of those questions for you. So as we say at the end of all of our videos, until next time, I'll see you around town.